So I'm from Breakthrough Impact. Oops. There we go. And we back people who have direct experience of injustice to lead, grow, and win campaigns for change. So we provide them PR, media, strategy support, coaching, the person at the end of the phone to say, keep going, and all from people that aren't connected to big organizations, but often something has happened in their lives and they want to see change so it doesn't happen to someone else. And we pitched last year, I think I'm allowed to talk numbers. We got an amazing 16,000, which was incredible. And it allowed us to do more than we wanted to do and also be a bit more creative with how we help some of our campaigns. So this is who we supported last year, and then I'm going to tell you about two of them in particular. So Harry Scoffin, he runs Free Leaseholders Now, helping people escape from the perils of leasehold, and he's often on LBC on a Sunday, and then the next Sunday often the housing minister has to come on and answer for what he's said. Kwejo Teneboa, who I'll talk more about, he was here last year, some of you might recognize him. He's an incredible social housing campaigner. He actually lost his father in really poor quality social housing and supports families to speak out and is doing more politically. Charlotte, I'm going to come back to Charlotte in a minute because I want to tell you her story in one go. Zelda Perkins, she helped blow the whistle on Harvey Weinstein and is campaigning to change NDAs that cover up harassment and discrimination. Very, very close to changing the law. So we're excited for that. And Regularize our undocumented migrants campaigning for their rights. So we've been able to support such a range this year with your help. And I just wanted to quickly tell you about two. So this was Kwejo Teneboa a couple of weeks ago, just ahead of the spending review, taking children that live in temporary accommodation to Downing Street to say that the government needs to spend on social housing. And then these kids went to Parliament and met with the Select Committee on Housing. They had an amazing experience. And Kwejo's really, with us this year, he's really helped target his campaign nationally to not just kind of be talking about individual cases, but talking about what the government needs to do. And actually just yesterday they reacted to him because he's been asking them to put a number on how many social houses they're going to build because they try to avoid that, and they've given a number and it is very low, so we keep campaigning. But the fact that we know that, and this is what Kwejo said, he said if it wasn't for Breakthrough I would have given up campaigning for now. He was unpaid, broke, doing this all off his own back, and we've been able to kind of give him the support that he needs and connect him to other funders as well. Okay, and then this is Charlotte. Charlotte was campaigning for victims of rape and sexual assault to have access to their court transcripts. Really focused campaign, but she went to court to take her perpetrator to court, was advised by the police, don't sit in the court case, it will be too much for you. Her perpetrator was found guilty on some stuff, but not everything. And to understand what had happened, she was going to have to pay thousands, up to 20,000 to get the transcripts from the court case, which feels ridiculous. And a lot of victims say part of healing and understanding what's happened to them is being able to see what sentencing decisions were made and why. And Charlotte, last week or 2 weeks ago, she won her campaign, or a big part of it. So this is her LinkedIn post. Not many people get to say I've successfully changed the law, but she did. She spent the year with us. The government agreed to a pilot, and she spent the year getting that out into the media, telling people why it needed to be a longer term thing. And thanks to her, 26,000 people can get their sentencing remarks. And now she's working to expand that win. And I think she's been invited by Keir Starmer to go meet him and talk about it. And that's what Charlotte has said. So that's Breakthrough. And I'll just give a little plug to say we are now have applications open for our next accelerator. So if you do know any great campaigners out there that fit our kind of work, then send them our way. And there's an application form on our website. We'd love to hear from them. Thank you very much for your support.